Hi everyone, and welcome back to Betrayed. Thank you for joining us for a brand new story. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Samantha Lewis was a successful lawyer, living in New York City. She had everything most people dream of: a great job in a tall building, a lovely apartment on the Upper West Side, a husband who was also doing well in his career, and two adorable children: Emily, age 7, and Max, age 5. From the outside, her life seemed perfect. Each morning, Samantha dressed in a smart suit, neatly styled her hair, and walked briskly through the crowded streets, a coffee in one hand and her phone in the other. At her law firm, she was respected. Clients trusted her. She was known for being calm in the courtroom and kind outside of it. People admired how she managed so much and still stayed composed. But one evening, everything changed. It was late. The kids were asleep. Samantha was sitting at the kitchen table, reviewing documents, when her husband, David, walked in. He looked serious, avoiding her eyes. "I need to talk to you," he said. She looked up. "What's wrong?" "I can't do this anymore," he said quietly. "I'm not happy. I haven't been happy for a long time." Samantha's heart skipped a beat. "What are you saying?" "I want to leave," he replied. "I've already found another place. I'll be moving out tomorrow." The room suddenly felt cold. Samantha stared at him, too shocked to speak. "You're just leaving like that? What about the kids?" "I'll still see them," he said. "But I need space. I need something different." And just like that, he walked away. The next morning, he was gone. Samantha sat on the couch for hours after he left. Her body was still, but her mind was racing. She couldn't eat. She couldn't sleep. She didn't even cry, not at first. She felt numb, as if the ground beneath her had completely collapsed. The following weeks were difficult. She woke up each day with a heavy feeling in her chest. She had to get the kids ready for school, make breakfast, pack their lunches, and answer their questions. "Where's Daddy?" they asked. She didn't know how to respond. At work, she struggled to concentrate. Her thoughts kept drifting. She missed meetings and forgot deadlines. She sat in her office, staring at the computer screen, unable to type even a single word. Her coworkers noticed. Her boss called her in. "Samantha, I know things are tough right now," he said. "But we need you to be present. We need your best." She nodded and promised to do better. But she couldn't. Every day felt like a battle. She came home drained, cooked simple meals, helped the kids with homework, then cried herself to sleep. One Monday morning, she was called into the office again. "I'm sorry," her boss said. "We have to let you go. It's not personal, but your performance hasn't been the same." Samantha left the building in a daze, carrying a box of her belongings. Out on the street, surrounded by people and noise, she felt completely alone. She had lost her husband. Now she had lost her job. On the subway, she stared out the window, wondering how her life had fallen apart so quickly. Her reflection in the glass looked unfamiliar. Tired, broken, and unsure. Bills started piling up: rent, utilities, school supplies, groceries. She canceled everything she could: subscriptions, the gym, even the babysitter. She sold clothes, jewelry, and electronics online, just to keep the lights on. But the hardest part wasn't the money. It was the silence. When the kids were asleep and the apartment was quiet, Samantha sat on her bed, hugging her knees, feeling completely shattered. Some days, she didn't shower. Some days, she forgot to eat. She stopped replying to texts. She didn't return phone calls. The once lively home had become a place filled with stillness and sadness. One afternoon, she picked up the phone and called her mother. "I think I'm falling apart," she said in a trembling voice. Her mom came the next day. She stayed for a week, cooked meals, took the kids out, and held Samantha as she cried. "You're strong," her mom whispered, "even when you don't feel like it." Her mom encouraged her to go outside. Just a short walk, some fresh air. So one morning after dropping the kids off at school, Samantha walked through Central Park. She sat on a bench near the lake. and watched the ducks swim by. The sun felt warm on her face. For the first time in weeks, she felt something close to peace. That's where she met Carla, an older woman, maybe in her 60s, sitting on the same bench, knitting, with kind eyes and a gentle smile. "You look like you're carrying the world on your shoulders," Carla said softly. Samantha gave a small laugh, then surprised herself by opening up. She told Carla about the breakup, losing her job, the sadness, the fear. Carla listened patiently. "I've been through divorce too," she said. "It nearly broke me, but it didn't. You'll get through this." They talked for nearly an hour. Before leaving, Carla handed her a card. "There's a women's support group that meets every Thursday. Come by, just listen if you want. No pressure." That Thursday, Samantha sat outside the building for 10 minutes before finally going in. The room was warm and simple, filled with women of all ages. Some cried, some smiled, some just listened. When it was Samantha's turn to speak, she said quietly, "I don't even know who I am anymore. I used to be strong. Now I feel like nothing." A woman across from her gently said, "You're not nothing. You're healing. And healing takes time." Samantha came back the next week, and the one after that. Slowly, she began to feel a little stronger. She started seeing a therapist named Julia, who helped her process the pain and learn ways to cope. "Start small," Julia advised. "Set small goals. Take one step at a time." So Samantha made a list. Wake up early. Make the bed. Go for a walk. Send one job application. Drink water. Call a friend. It wasn't easy, but day by day, she felt herself returning. She began journaling. At first, the pages were filled with sorrow and confusion. But over time, her writing started to change. She began writing down things she was grateful for. Her children's laughter, the smell of fresh coffee, and the warmth of a cozy blanket. One afternoon, Emily came home from school with a drawing she had made. It showed Samantha wearing a cape and smiling. "My mommy is a superhero," the drawing said. Samantha cried tears of joy. 2 months later, she received a phone call from a small nonprofit legal clinic in Brooklyn. They couldn't offer a high salary, but they needed someone to assist women going through divorce and family court. Samantha agreed without hesitation. The job wasn't glamorous, but it was filled with purpose. She helped women who were in the same difficult place she had been just months earlier. She gave them hope. She gave them courage. And in helping others, she began to heal herself. She started laughing again, smiling more often, taking the kids on picnics, and cooking dinner with music playing in the background. She still missed the life she once had, but she no longer felt shattered. She began hosting small gatherings at home for the women from the support group. They shared stories, meals, and laughter. These evenings became a form of healing. She also began volunteering on weekends, reading books to children at the local library. It reminded her of her own childhood, and she found comfort in giving back. One evening she was walking home with Emily and Max. The sky was painted in soft shades of pink, and the city lights were just starting to shine. Max reached up to hold her hand. "I'm glad you're my mommy," he said. Samantha smiled. "Me too, sweetheart." She paused at the street corner, looked up at the tall buildings, and took a deep breath. She had lost a lot, but she had also discovered something powerful, herself. And now she knew, whatever came next, she could face it. She was stronger than ever before.